Hello and welcome to week 23 of this mission to monetization. So, June the 24th, I started this goal to get monetized by Christmas on YouTube, thinking, oh, and you see all these people who do it in a week, do it in a month, do it in 5 minutes. Let me tell you, this is a real, honest, starting from I would say 0, but I was actually starting from -2 subscribers journey to the elusive 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. And let's see how it's going. And I will say that when I get to the analytics in a moment, after my little mini roundup of the week, it's going to be a surprise for me as well, because I have had such a mad day. I haven't even had a chance to look at it since, well, yesterday. Okay. When you're at this stage, just starting out in YouTube, you are looking every day. I'll be honest. Well, it's been a week of revelations. I have really had to think and talk it over with people who are helping me to figure out my niche, get my handle on my niche. I thought I had it. I thought it was print on demand. I thought, okay, you print on demand, that's it. I'll go with it. But then when it comes down to it, I talk about other things, don't I? I am all about doing a bit of work at the beginning to have ongoing rewards in the future. And that might not always be print on demand. Now, if you know me and have ever worked with me or ever been a member of Branded and Covered, by the way, you can join the free Facebook group. The link is down below. If you've ever done that, you'll know that I talk about an ACPIS. And I'm a big fan of my ACPIS. What's that? It's an almost completely passive income stream. Because it always felt weird to me to be calling it passive income because it's not passive. I don't really believe that anything is passive. Even, y- even the most random arguments that people come up with, you can always trace it back to something they've had to do or comply with or learn something or invest in something that has mean that they've had to take action to be able to bring those results. But after talking to the people that I'm doing the course with, that I'm learning more and more about how to increase my YouTube presence, and I'll tell you about them in the description as well. Social Boom. After talking it over with them, I've realized actually what everybody calls the umbrella term of passive income, I'm afraid it is what I talk about. It is. I've got to stop hiding and be open about it because I've got so much to share with you and so much stuff that I receive payments on a recurring basis. And I don't really like the term recurring either because recurring implies that it's kind of regular and the same amount each time and that you know it's coming. That's not how it works with things like royalties from if you're selling products on Redbubble, selling t-shirts on Redbubble or Amazon Merch on Demand. It's not predictable. And it can be really great. I mean, it's a Q4 at the moment. My phone's going nuts. Ping, ping, ping. It's wonderful. But sometimes it does slow down. And KDP, I've been doing books on KDP for nearly 12 years. Man. And I'm still receiving royalties from those. Now, I don't remember doing the work for each of the books I've got on there. I don't remember sitting down, putting the hours in, putting the time in doing it. But I did. I must have done because they're there. They're online. So they're not passive in that they wafted pie and suddenly they were on KDP and Redbubble and Amazon Merch on Demand and all of these platforms bringing me in money. It didn't happen by magic. I had to do something at the beginning. So you'll see all my profiles and everything are slowly going to be changing over to passive income. And I'm going to embrace it. So next, I want to talk about challenges because we've just waved goodbye to No Edit November, although I've got to admit, a little bit of B-roll did sneak in towards the end. I missed it. I love adding these little whips and things in. It's fun. And besides, it can hide a lumpy edit and things like that. So that's gone, and I'm quite glad to see the back of it. But now we're in Vlogmas. Are you doing Vlogmas? So with Vlogmas, it's a video and I'm doing a short, a tiny little snippet of a short every day, just as a vlog style piece of content. It's quick. It's not going to be telling the world about what I do. It's just going to be a bit of fun because it's Christmas. Yay. No, yay, because it's Christmas. I haven't got a tree up. No. And so this week I've set myself another challenge, which is that I'm going to be taking my podcast playlist from YouTube and sending it to Apple, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. And the reason for that is because, as I said in my video, which was also a podcast episode that went out on Sunday, which I will link to at the end of this so you can watch that one, you don't want to have all your eggs in one basket. I want people to be able to find my content, whether it's print on demand through automation, going over to different sites and things, or whether it's being present and having my content present in not only YouTube podcasts. Hello, I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you're watching that if you are, but also the places where people go to listen to podcasts. That was a sale, sorry. To listen to podcasts, because it's not necessarily always about YouTube. Sorry, YouTube. But for example, if you're driving in your car, you may well go to the Apple app on your phone instead of YouTube because you don't want that visual distraction. It's a good, safe one to use, I think. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And I will be recording myself doing it so that I will be sharing it with you. So look out for that one. That's coming over the next couple of days. In the meantime, you'll still see lots of shorts from me because I'm still working with Social Boom and they are going to me to concentrate on my shorts. Okay. I do feel a bit of a dinosaur with that. Anyway, let's move on to the analytics. I can't can't put it off any longer. Well, I wish I hadn't looked. Now, on paper or screen, this looks like possibly the worst week I've ever had because I've got 3 grey arrows. And it's not good, is it? It's not good news. It means that everything's going downhill, has been this week. On the other hand, I'm actually quite happy. My subscribers are at 383, which is, for me, so far an all-time high. We're edging towards 400, which means we're edging towards the magical 500. And while 500 isn't as magical as 1,000, which isn't as magical as 10,000, which isn't as magical as 100,000, and obviously it's not quite a million, but even so, I am really happy to see that going up. And may it continue to do so. So, I haven't been putting a short on every day. As you can see, I haven't been putting as much content out there. Things have been a little crazy here in the real world back here. Quite a lot's been going on. However, I am looking forward to a week of absolutely buckling down this week. Get ready. Fire up your rockets. Let's see my 365. Right. Okay. Well, I can always rely on this to cheer me up because I didn't really get serious about doing this YouTube thing until middle to late June. I am guaranteed plus 999% on everything in green arrows. So it's always going to cheer me up, isn't it? Let's face it. It's always going to make me happy. Oh, there we are. And look at that one. I've got the biggest peak I've ever had in there. So it's not all bad. I'm getting a new normal. If you look at the baseline, I was going back down to 0, going back down to 0. Now, those that wavy line is very rarely hitting that bottom line anymore. So it's growing. Would I like it to be growing faster? Yes. Yes, of course I would. But it's growing, and I'm back in the game after the little upset I had a couple of weeks ago, and I think I've got this.